get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this. You can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you.
Welcome everyone to This Is It. We are back, and we are back with Women Crush Wednesdays. That's right. We got women on the panel today. That's how we doing it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes. She ready.
Yeah. And look, we ready right now. But before we go around the panel and introduce everybody, I want to first throw it to my man Ali.
Nope, go somewhere else.
Fuck it, we gonna go to Phenom. Phenom, go ahead, man, with the background, yo. The lady about to come out from the back.
Yo, it's dark down here. Set the ambiance, yo. Got company here today, yo. Phenom 202 DDA.
Oh yeah, man, this is gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a great show. And first starting off, we're gonna pass it to the lovely Lex. Lex, man, how you doing?
Hey, y'all. Happy. Oh, it is Women Crush Wednesday. Yeah,
happy hump day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Women Crush Wednesdays is hump day.
Yeah.
Hump day.
And like Steve said, DDA representative. DD.
That's what's up.
4L.
Recording in progress.
And last but not least, the lovely Qola. Qola, hi, how are you doing?
Outstanding, sir. Thank you for asking.
All right.
I don't have all the other, accolades like everybody else, but I'm here. I'm ready. Let's go. Bringing that big auntie energy,
Ooh, that's right. That Bay. You bringing that BAE, that Bay energy. I like that. Man, so last but not least, hey man, the man has been with me from the beginning of this whole journey. My man Hollywood DA, what's going on, brother?
Not much, chilling, man. I was trying to work it out, man. Little audio shits, but we good now. And I know Phenom won't listen. Yeah, that's his one job. Turn it on and listening.
I'm listening right now.
Oh, so you can hear us then when we was talking earlier? All right, what's up then? There we go. We good then.
Right, so
I thought I was fucked up. So, I'm good for fucking up some audio. So,
yo, we in the house, yo.
Well, this is the thing, man. Women Crush Wednesdays. We're here to kind of get the women's perspective on stuff. Because sometimes you don't want to hear us guys talk about it all the time. We want to get the women's perspective. So that's why we got Lex. That's why we got Qola. And one of the main topics we got going on right now is the boycotting of the Grammys from my man Jay Prince. So my man Ali really brought this story to me, but he kind of busy on the boards right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit him up. All right. So this is what's going on. Basically, Jay Prince is, there you go. There you go. It's something. But basically, Jay Prince is boycotting the Grammys, saying that the Grammys are disrespecting hip hop. So he's reaching out to all the major players in hip hop. Right now, he's reached out to Kanye. He's reached out to The Weeknd. He's reached out to Drake. He's also reached out to Nicki Minaj, and he's like, "Yo, let's do a show, a hip hop show, the same night of the Grammys, the same time of the Grammys, to mess up their ratings, to let them really know what hip hop really means to the community." So, the question is, what do you guys basically feel about that? And do you think this is a good thing of the whole thing with hip hop, man? And what Jay Prince trying to do here? So, Ali, I'll go to you first. This is your topic. We'll hit you up first, man. What are your thoughts, brother?
Oh man, I'm thinking like it's a grand idea. I had to jump up. These kids fucking up my shit. I had to go lock the door. So my shit. Fuck them kids. Just like he's saying, fuck them Grammys. So I'll be like, yo, fuck the Grammys too. Well, forget the Grammys. I'm gonna stop cursing now. Speak more civilized.
Man, you good, man? Go ahead. That's how we.
But no, I think it's a great idea, yo. And for real, if that's the choice, you don't watch the Grammys. You don't watch that show. Think about it, man. Like which show you watching? So I think they should do it just to mess with their head. Show them what the power is.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Lex, let's get it from the female perspective real quick. What are your thoughts about this whole situation?
Before she starts, I gotta say, just her face alone already tells me what I've been looking at it and I'm feeling it, but go ahead.
Well, I could care less either way. Like, I don't care if they do a concert, if they don't do a concert. We've had platforms called Soul Train Music Awards, BET Awards for years. How about he take all their energy to pump up the Soul Train Music Awards, the Soul Train Awards, or the BET Music Awards, instead of trying to spend the time. So in other words, it seemed like he's saying, we're not appreciated at this white forum. Okay, so let's not go there. You can go wherever, you can go to all of them, but we already have a black forum that you ain't putting the energy to attend and to boast and to boost up and to celebrate and to push up. So you doing all this energy to take away from this, have that same energy to celebrate what we already have.
Yeah, because Drake ain't performing at Soul Train. Drake ain't don't show up to Soul Train.
Shit, I don't think Jay-Z even showed up to the Soul Train Awards.
What I'm saying is that's the problem. We have a platform. They have platform.
We have plenty of platforms.
We look down at those. At this one when it doesn't go our way. When that's the white one that is. Historically, look how it's been. So we have our own now. You just don't want to celebrate ours because it ain't done the way you want it to be done. How about you get on board and then you help get it to the level that you want. So they ain't gotta go, all right, okay. I won't be watching them anyway because ain't nobody got time to be sitting around watching. I don't got time for it. Everybody be lip singing. They be bleeping out all the words, like
cutting to commercials. Yeah, I feel you. What about you, Qola? What are your thoughts?
I'm here for everything Lex just said, to be honest with you. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched an award show since the BET Awards that the Smiths done back in the day. To me, that was like the best one anyway. After that, it was like I would watch a couple of minutes of it and then click off anyway. So we'll start there. But regardless, let's be real. One pony is not going to stop anybody's show. You take away the black audience or whatever, you still have everybody else. And they're still going to go and they're going to be dressed in the nines, and that Grammy is still going to be the most acclaimed awards thing that you can possibly get. Like our little hoodie awards, our BET awards or whatever, they're not held in the same esteem because, as you guys just said, a lot of our artists aren't even going.
They're not
that's
going. Real talk though, yo. That's real talk.
If you're going to have it on the same day, all it's going to do is just separate the audience. It's not going to really draw that much attention because they're still going to have a wide array of other artists who are going to show up.
Right. Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah. We gonna show up because they got good food,
exactly,
and drinks for free.
Exactly.
They ain't got them drinks at the BET Awards like that.
Let's be real too. Like a lot of our award shows are a little hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm watching the show with my kids, I don't want to see all the twerking and stripper moves and stuff like that. I want my kids to see a good, wholesome show. right?
Yeah.
So that's the Grammys. That's the top tier. That's the acclaim. But our BET stripper joints, that's not gonna work for me.
Well, no, I'm not.
I gotta have them stripper joints a
I'm
little
not
bit.
saying, I'm not agreeing. I was reaching to the end. You led me to the end. I was like, oh, and I was like, nah, I'm
for the
good.
kids, though, not for the kids. You want your kids watching that?
You were like Moses, yo. You had me all the way till I got to the river, yo. I was like, I ain't crossing.
You got split at the sea.
I remember that Meg Thee Stallion, was it Cardi B, whatever. Remember that one joint they did? I was like,
exactly.
Wow.
That was it.
That has some good replay value, so I can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure it is. Alone in the dark, like Phenom.
I was about to say, he probably watching it right now. Look, you see, he ain't said a thing.
Not a
I know.
thing.
Are you alive, brother?
Man, I'm just taking it all in, man.
There he
Wait
is.
for my turn. That's it.
Well, let's go ahead, Phenom, man. Come out the grave on us.
You got no lotion on your hands, dude.
Nah, ashy, you know. Glad that's why I'm in the dark, yo. But no, I mean, like Qola said, who watches award shows anyway? Like the Grammys ratings been dropping forever. Nobody, I mean, they can't hold an audience captive. You know, anybody watches, I mean, the performances, they watch them online afterwards. So if they really want to see somebody, they can just go on the Grammys website or YouTube and watch whoever performed.
That's true.
They're boring. I mean, the hip hop, I will say this, I will agree with Qola. Watching like us twerk and all that stuff on national TV is kind of like cringe. I'm like,
I agree.
You gotta have. Yeah, I mean, but with her, even when she do it, nobody likes it, yo.
I definitely didn't like that one. Miley Cyrus.
She doesn't even have anything to twerk. That's the issue.
She don't.
You know?
I know.
So
Miley.
it's fine from Pride Time.
That's right. She doesn't have anything, so they can keep the camera on her all night long twerking.
Exactly. They could put that on the Nickelodeon channel.
Yeah, she got two backbones twerking. She ain't even got ass.
She got
two backbones. Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like even if they would do a concert, if they do a concert to offset the Grammys, yeah, people will watch it. You know, but it's not going to do any damage. The Grammys have been around forever. It's going to be around forever. I mean, Grammys, people don't even show up to the Grammys. Half the people, like we already talked about this.
True. That's true.
Somebody write a song, the lead person gets the Grammy on stage.
Yeah.
Producer, the co-writer.
It's mailed to the house.
They at the house, so.
Yeah.
So
that's true. They recycle the award all night long. They give everybody the same award all night.
And then they don't even televise our awards anyway. Like they might do like best hip hop artist or something like that. They don't even do like black categories.
Yeah, all that.
So
you gotta read about them in the paper.
That's true.
Or when they come out for commercial, they're like, such and such. When they come out.
I've watched the Grammys for the other people anyway. I don't be watching the Grammys to see the black artists. I be watching the Grammys to see Adele and them. If I'm gonna watch it, I want to see is the European, them other artists that I wouldn't normally see. Like I like country music. So I'm looking for Rascal Flatts if they're gonna perform.
Oh damn!
I literally will pick out. I'm serious. I'll pick out what I want to watch. I'll pick out what I want to watch. Not really. So I'm like, oh, they're gonna be performing. I'll turn back when I think they on. Like, I'm not going. Oh man, let me see Nicki Minaj at the Grand. I don't care. I can go to her IG page. If I want to see Nicki Minaj.
For me, you guys make some really good points because there's a part of this that's like, it doesn't matter what we do because the Grammys is the Grammys. It's the biggest award out there. But then there is a part of it, like if we are going to do it, yes, I'm not going to lie. I love to see some twerk. Shake your ass. I'm good for that. But still, if we are going to do something against the Grammys, we need to have that other kind of show. Like we need to have that show that really is held at a high regard.
A top tier show.
Like a top tier show that can go against the Grammys, so people ain't looking at it like, oh, okay, this is a black production. You know what they mean when they say black production. And
they got like the NAACP awards. I mean, they that's real high class black stuff.
Right. I mean, but that's a different level though.
Yeah.
And that's old folks.
Some performance, but they have like Maxwell or something like that.
I mean,
Boys to Men be showing up.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Earth, Wind and Fire. The Isley Brothers.
First of all, I love Earth, Wind and Fire.
I love all of them. I love all of them.
But you got to understand too, a lot of the award shows, their ratings are declining anyway, whether it's the Grammys, whether the Academy Awards. The American Music Awards, that's the kind of like the white ghetto one. because they have everybody
Oh,
up
it
there,
still be coming on?
and it still come on. See, you
still
don't even
come
watch
on.
the shit.
Oh.
It's
You know
one
what
of the
I'm
best
saying?
ones to
Yeah,
watch
that's what
though.
I'm saying. That
Because
probably is the best one to watch. 'Cause
They're not
Oh.
as classy as the Grammys. They're like, yo, we had a party.
yeah,
Like Drake hosted it before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I like the American
Let's show
Music
'em all
Awards because to me it's the top 40 of what's out there.
Yeah,
so
basically that's
it's
what they do.
catering.
Yeah.
It's the top 40. Like the Grammys, man. The Grammys to me is like the the Oscars. Like they only give awards to certain folks. You know, and
sure.
that's what the Grammys is about. Like if you win a Grammy, okay, great. But the American Music Awards, that's like the top 40. So
Yeah.
you're gonna catch them top 40 songs on the American Music Awards, and you know, I fuck with the American Music Awards before I fuck with the Grammys for real.
But that's why the
agree.
weekend was boycotting it, like when he started boycotting it, because was his last album. He had that single. What's it? Blinding. What is that single?
Yeah, blinded to the light or
Blinded to the Light.
blinded by the light.
Yeah,
something like
it was like because it was like #1 on the Billboard for like weeks and weeks and weeks.
that shit was #1 everywhere.
Yeah, and he didn't get.
Yo, what song is it? I can't stand the weekend.
Well, I mean,
So,
yeah, the weekend fire. I can't front. But
No,
either
he's
way, he
not.
didn't
I
get
love
nominated
him.
for
Oh
nothing.
my
Like he got
God, his voice.
no nominations for anything, and his album was like one of the best selling albums of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he had a single that was on the #1 for like a couple of months. He didn't get nominated for
Ollie, how
nothing.
the song go? How the song go, Ollie?
Man, I'm bad with it's the
It's like ooh,
I didn't get this.
I'm blinded by the light.
Yeah.
What's that song?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Oh
can
my
stop
God, it
now.
was so annoying.
I know, right? I'm
That song was so annoying.
Y'all hating. Haters. Haters
It's a
going
karaoke
They
hate.
had
night.
a commercial.
The song
They had
is
a
so
commercial.
That little
trash.
commercial
Yeah,
and shit.
it's a good
Song's been
commercial
everywhere.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good commercial song. Ain't that nobody want to really hear.
yeah, that shit in grocery stores.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Fiend. That's whole music.
So
Whole Foods.
Ollie,
Yeah,
let me
I mean,
Whole
let me
music.
stop.
That's what it
Let
is.
me stop.
Yeah, look,
It's
hold
team-
it. For you, it's
team
hold. For you,
weekend.
it's hold music. For me, it's hold music.
Hold music?
Hold music.
Terrible.
I don't
Ollie,
get it, but it's
I don't
okay.
even understand what Ollie trying to.
Because
punchline-
the girls like it, yo.
punchline-
I
punchline.
try,
No,
I try.
I'm a woman. I'm
Sometimes
a whole woman.
want, but you ain't a hoe.
Oh, holy hoes like, oh, okay.
So only the hoes like it. So I don't know. You know,
Blinded
I
by
thought
the
you
light.
said whole. I was thinking the same thing. Don't feel bad.
I'm
I was
bad.
like, wait, I'm a whole woman too.
Yeah, like,
All woman, all
I
this.
try.
Ollie,
feel
you
you.
married, yo. You can't even like hoes.
I mean, I'm just.
Well,
look.
This ain't real life. We on the internet. Like, the fuck?
internet ain't
That's-
real.
Who's
Hey, Qola, they all said.
yo? You trying to get us you trying to get us dropped as we get off this this joint tonight? You know, somebody popping in the room. What you say to that question?
Hey, look, what I said at the beginning, y'all don't want to hear what we have to say.
Hey,
That's it.
bring it on, man. That's some good stuff. You did catch me off guard, though. I had to take a sip real quick. I was like, I don't know how to answer that question.
Fee was like, oh.
I knew what he said with the first time. I was like,
Oh man, this is funny. So you know, I guess we'll transition to the next topic because
Yeah, marriage.
y'all-
Look, go ahead.
yeah, we talk about marriage. So like, look, we're gonna go into another. Well, I don't even know if it really can say it was a marriage, but look, this is the situation. Jennifer Hudson was engaged to. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read it. Jennifer Hudson engagement ring is going up for auction. So basically, J Hud was engaged a 10-year engagement to David Atunga. And you look, we know the guy from Punk from I Love New York. That's how we know him. We don't know him by his real name. We don't know him by his government.
Wrestler, ain't he?
That's right. He was a
Yeah, it
wrestler.
was a bootleg wrestler.
Yeah.
Yup, that he was.
He made it to
He a D-list
WWE
wrestler.
though. Like,
Did he?
that's big.
He a
I
D-list.
think it was only because of that
D-list.
show.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he
Probably.
did make it to the WWE, but I mean, what did he wrestle for like 3 matches?
I mean-
nah, he wrestled for a minute.
W.
Yeah, he was there for a couple of years.
I saw him go to sleep. That's all I saw. We had him in that like
All right. Well, anyway, so J Hud was engaged to this guy for 10 years. Punk, you know, they're married for 10 years. Anyway, the ring is valued at $54,000. So she did give the ring back to him when they did break up in 2017. And he says that he's going to go ahead and sell the ring and use the money from the auction to give back to charity and XYZ. So the question is this. They were engaged for 10 years. This is what blew me because they never got married.
Yeah, it's funny because I thought they were married.
So
never got married.
I did too.
Would you have given the ring back if you were engaged? Like, Qola, I'll go to you first. Would you have given the ring back after 10 years of being engaged?
It depends on the situation. Sometimes you just want to be done. You know, I want to be so completely done with this person. I don't want any reminders of this person. Let me just go ahead and, you know, you take that back, whatever. Right. But at the same time, from what I read, there are certain states that have certain laws that you have to give it back because it was like, you know, the agreement was to get married. You didn't get married. You give that ring back. It's their property. It's not yours because you didn't, you know, fulfill the contract, basically. You know, so if that's the case, I don't want no smoke. You could take that back. I'm out. Okay. And I'm pretty sure I could get something else to compensate for that because $54,000 for a ring on my finger? Yeah, there's got to be something else in the house that's of equal or more value.
So let's say the government is not involved. Say it was just left up to you and your emotions. What would you do then?
It's still $54,000.
It's still $54,000 ring. Mind you, you've been engaged with this guy for 10 years, and you got a kid bomb, 12-year-old kid, and he's never
like
said
that's
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, it depends on the situation.
If you want to be done with him, okay.
Right? Like, is it me or is it you? Because if it's you, I feel like I need the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need the ring. But if it was me, then yes, take it back. Like.
Okay. All right, Lex, what are your thoughts on that?
Man, get that shit back. Like I mean, first of all, if you were engaged to anybody for 10 years, you don't never met, what is you first of all, y'all don't even like each other. Like I'm not staying with nobody for 10 years just cause. I'm befuddled by the fact that they were engaged for 10 years. That means y'all been together for at least 8 years. Y'all ain't even like each other for real. He ain't never had no intentions of marrying you, yo. Like he never had no intentions. But she did. She married. I mean, she rich. She probably been traveling, so they probably ain't really been together this entire time. The nanny taking care of the 12-year-old anyway. Yeah. The nanny taking care of the 12-year-old. That $54,000 ain't nothing to her because she J Hud. And so I think it's great what he's doing with it. But I'm, you know, like Qola said, I have known for so long that a lot of states, it's a contract. If I'm giving you this ring based on the fact that we enter this contract, if we don't make good on it, then just give me my property back. And then I'll do whatever I'm gonna do with it. Plus, don't nobody want to walk. What you gonna walk around with your new man, with your homegirls? Oh, look at my old engagement ring that I got from the man that never wanted to marry me.
Right. But this begs the question, you know. So let's go here.
No,
since you
I'm just
planning to
I said y'all some good girls because like the shit was like reversed. Like
everybody not raggedy.
I mean, I'm just saying. Suppose somebody like gave me like an engagement chain or some shit like. An engagement watch. Fuck that. You got to come find me. And when you find me, it's probably gonna be gone because I just sell the shit anyway. Like if I don't want to look at it, I'm just so I'll be like, yo, you better go down to 31st Street pawn shop or some shit. Because
get sued if she want it back. She'll sue you.
That's what I mean.
Anybody got time for that?
I'm with you,
So no. So it sounds like to me, Corey and Ollie, you guys are moving off of emotion.
No, I'm moving. Yeah,
because she didn't want you.
I'm moving off of emotion.
Wanted to make good on it.
10 years is a long time.
10 damn years.
Like so.
10 years a slave. They made a movie about that. Yo, it's like 10 years a slave. Like 12 years a slave. 10 years a slave. That's a fucking decade, yo. Like they do
10 years a slave.
10 years, 12 years. What's the difference, yo? Once you get past like 7, it's all a blur. They do whole TV shows like the 90s, the 80s. That's a whole decade. Fuck that. I deserve. Yes, I'm emotional.
You need to give it back because you crazy enough to have stayed with a woman that long that ain't want you for real. That's ridiculous. You know if you want to.
Now I'm not gonna lie. If the shoe was reversed though, I wouldn't want her to give me the ring back.
Yeah,
I know that's kind of fucked up. I would
Yo,
keep the watch.
but let me ask this question though. Are y'all more surprised that the ring was only $54,000 than being like millionaires and shit?
I mean, he wasn't a millionaire back then.
He was just as broke as shit.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, like
he was a lawyer.
He was a lawyer.
Yeah, he had money. I'm not saying the ring shouldn't have been $1 million, but like there's regular people who save up like that amount for a ring, yo. I couldn't do it.
Who regular folks you know?
There's a lot of people that pay that much for rings, yo.
Hanging out with them, are they single? That's my question.
Look, I'm not saying I do. I'm not saying I do, but there's a lot of people walking around with big ass like 5-figure rings on their fingers, yo.
They cubic zirconia.
Exactly.
But it may be a 5-figure ring, but it may be $10,000.
It could be. What I'm saying is, it should be a sliding scale for celebrities, shouldn't it be? Like, I was more surprised that it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah,
like, I thought it'd been like
I'm sure it is a sliding scale. To us, that's a lot. You're right.
Yeah, to us, it's a lot.
It's a nice
Hell
gesture.
yeah. That's
a
a
nice
hell of a
gesture.
lot.
Listen, I know a woman around here. She already divorced, but when her dude proposed to her, I was there. She let her ring. I was like, yeah, that ain't it, bro. And he ain't had the money, so when they went to the altar, when they got married, the other ring that he worked hard to get, because the first one she would have been like, nah, bro. And she even said it after the fact. She was like, oh my God, he tried it.
Oh, so I got a question. Let me ask you a question off of that, man.
But I don't like. But I see why they divorced, because for real though, I don't know if he caught wind to any of that. But if he felt it, like I would have been like, yo, dude, nah, I can't do this.
Yeah, honestly, if she was tripping over the ring I got her, if that was all I could get,
if all I could get, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, nah.
And she like, nah, this ain't it. I've been like, yo, well, we ain't it then.
Yeah, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question to Qola and Lex. How important is the ring in a marriage?
It all depends on the individual. Like, I want a rock. I just want a party. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on a wedding and all of that. I just want, we kick it. People can come to the house, but I want something where I gotta do finger curls. Because that's what I want. But with that being said, the man that I married, he's gonna know that, because I'm gonna say, hey, I don't want to spend a whole lot of money. People come and we do all this on the. I'm not doing all that. That money.
But what happens if the man is like
on my finger?
The man is like, you know what? Huh?
Can you turn your mic down a little bit?
My bad.
Go ahead.
Is it better?
Yeah, go.
Well, it's just the same.
No, so you said, hey,
he's Bruce Wayne. He's in the dark.
Man, fuck y'all. But, so what happens if the man is like, you know what? I'm not really a flashy dude. I'm not into jewelry. I'd rather put the money into something else, a business.
Yeah, that's why me and him have the conversation. That's why when it's part of.
So what happens y'all do have the conversation, and you know he's everything. He's hard working. He take care of you. He treats you well. But that ring is like, you know what? I just can't drop 10 stacks on the ring, yo. So he's still getting married.
I'm kind of
that's not. We gotta be. We gotta come to. We'll have to come to a compromise. But that's just my one thing. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't want you to drop the money on the wedding.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I want you to drop it on my finger. I want you to drop it on my finger. And that's now. With that being said, would you like me, instead of me giving you a big ring, we can take that and we'll put it on a property, or we'll buy an investment, or we'll do something like that. But when it comes to what I want to rock on my finger, that's just the one thing I've always wanted. I wanted to rock. I can give a damn about, like I said, the gown and all. I don't care about none of that. I just want to do.
You just want a cookout for your.
For real.
Let's get married and have a cookout.
I want my people to come through.
Throw that fish fry over there. Get them potato chips. That potato salad. But what about? What about you, Qola?
Yeah, I'm opposite of Lex, because I'm not a flashy person, just like period, you know. But for me, I would prefer to have, because I've seen some cubic zirconias that look bomb, you know. And I would prefer to have that and then switch it out every year. But for like the money that you would spend on getting like that big rock or whatever, like I have a house, I have home improvements that I want to get done, you know, and then I want to buy another property. And like, for me, like life experience is more valuable to me. So I want a badass trip. Like I want to trip around the world if possible. You know what I'm I'm saying?
Oh, see,
So
yeah,
if you're spending
I get it.
$50,000, I could spend $50,000 on hotels and flights.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't want him to spend 50 though.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just
you're
like,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
because I'm like you, I'm not flashy, like I'm not materialistic. But when it comes to me being married, I want to rock. I do want a dope ass ring. But
So let me
I
ask
just wanna
you all this.
Well, I was gonna say because when I got
Go ahead,
married,
Ollie.
we didn't have a big wedding. Like it wasn't like fancy or not shit. But we discussed.
I know
it.
we were there.
Yeah, but I just
We were there.
We sat down. We had to talk. I was like, yo,
Uh-huh.
when we first got, I was like, yo, either you want to get a house or have a wedding. It ain't gonna be both. Like, so which one you want to do? So that's why
I
we
take the house for 3,000, Ollie. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what you know. What I'm saying we had,
Yeah.
you know, I was probably happy we bought the house. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we kept the wedding like manageable. But
yeah,
that's
that's
what
a
it
good
was.
conversation to have.
I was like, yo, you want a wedding? You a nice party?
Yeah.
You want
I
this
never cared
house?
much for a
But
wedding.
that's what this is gonna be.
So let me ask you guys this:
Yeah.
would you stay engaged to someone for 10 years?
No,
with her?
no.
absolutely
no.
Why do you
Absolutely
think?
not.
Yeah, I mean, which is because I know everybody on here was going to say that. So why did you think J Hud did?
Because
Just
she's
like Lex
traveling
said,
all
she
around
didn't
the
like
world.
him.
I think it was
they
something
all
else.
over the place. No, they're all over the place. No, she's a star making movies.
That's
She's
true.
I
making
think it was
movies.
something else.
They all out. He doing his thing. She doing her thing.
I think it's
They
both.
probably ain't been together but for 5 years of that 10.
Right.
Probably,
Yeah.
But they
Corey
do
don't
have
want
a
to say it,
child.
but he's basically.
I think
she was
it was something
digmatized.
else.
She was
What do you think?
digmatized.
She was digmatized. That's what it was.
She won't
She
get
was-
it enough to be all that. No, it won't. She wasn't getting it enough for that.
But you know,
They
but
run
at the
around.
same time though, like he did get her to the weight that she is right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
That is
he's
true.
the one that
Oh,
worked
that's
her
the one?
out
Oh,
and got
okay.
her,
Yeah.
For
you
real.
know, got her down.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever noticed her fingernail beds?
What?
She has those long. She has those long beds with those brown streaks in them.
Bands.
No.
Every time I see her,
Oh
I didn't-
damn.
in the movie,
I
I
don't
be
even know what
like-
that is. What you a
Fingernail
they
bed.
have them hard nails, the fingernails. Your fingernail bed is, the nail
Man.
bed. Her
Okay.
nail bed is long, and then it has those brown
Those streaks,
streaks in it.
like them doodoo streaks on the drawers, be on her fingers.
I don't pay attention to that shit.
Yo, I could,
Oh,
Let's be
The
watching
same
the
way-
movies and stuff with the
Dude, I be
magnifying
like,
glass. Like,
Oh,
Remember
I
the
have
movie
never
with
noticed that.
Beyonce and them, the
Yeah.
girl, the singing girl. Yo, she was
Dream Girls.
holding the mic or something, and I was like,
you
Once I
make me
saw her
scared.
Well, one thing y'all
fingers
said,
was
like,
wrapped.
You
I
make me
just looked
scared
up
to
why
look
they
at her
broke
feet.
up. I just looked up why they broke up. They said that he was threatening her and aggressive towards her, so they broke up.
Oh,
So
I think
you know,
he
it
wouldn't,
could have been like he could have been possessive. He could have been a lot of things, but they're not together now.
steroids.
It is what it
probably was.
is.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, she lost a lot of weight. Somebody scoop her up, man. If they
Yeah,
haven't
I'm
done
sure. Look, I'm sure she's doing her thing. I'm sure she's doing her thing. So we in relationship talk. So this is another question we're gonna pose here. This is the 10 and 10. This is the 10 and 10 question. All right. So we're gonna pose this to the ladies. All right. So Jennifer Hudson, quote unquote, thought she met her dream guy, but we're gonna go right here. Think of who your dream guy is. All right. So this is gonna be the scenario. You're dating your dream guy, and one day he goes to the gym, but he forgets his phone. You pick up his phone and you see a message, and it's a DM from another woman that you find out that he's cheating on you with. Now, this is the question. Would you rather find out that he fucked 10 different women once each, or one woman 10 times?
Who would you like to
Those
go
are the
first?
only two options.
Those are the
that's
only
it.
two
That's the
options.
only two
That's it.
Who would you like to go first?
You could go. You could
Go ahead, Lex. Go ahead, Lex.
You could do it.
Hey, 10 different women for 3,000 Alex. Because it's way too much of a connection. Because listen, one thing I've learned from 3 of the 15.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How many DDA fellas is it? 15, 17, whatever. The one thing that y'all have taught me is this. You can that sexual organ doesn't even have to have a name. It's just it to y'all it'd be like, oh, this is new. let's do this. And you can go about your business. If if a man is going back to that one over and over, we got a connection here. That's the problem. So now we have an emotional connection. That means he like her enough that he's willing to, his risk reward. I mean, it's on a sliding scale. His risk is getting lower and lower. But 10 different women, the reward is high, the risk is smaller because there could be one in DR, there could be one in Vegas, there could be one in. This one is in Newport News. He's doing it. She's a local joint doing it with some type of
she can sit there, Uber Eats to your house. You don't even know it.
Exactly.
I got you some lunch. She like, hey, yo, baby, I got you some lunch. Like,
listen, yes.
Okay.
It's too much. It's too much. And now she's taking some claim.
All right.
The woman ain't about to let you come. So now, no. Now I gotta fight her. Yeah.
Okay. Gotta put hands on her. So let's go to you, Qola. So that's the scenario. What would you rather? Which would rather be worse? Find out that he fucked 10 different women, one each, or one woman 10 times?
One woman 10 times. Facts. All of what Lex just said, you know, that emotional connection, most likely she's there, you know, like in close proximity or whatever. So he has easy access. So there's going to be an 11 and a 12 and a 13. Probably has a whole nother family. You know what I'm saying?
She already got pregnant. She already got pregnant once.
Right. Look, you might be the side chick and she's the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know, you know? Like, that's how deep that connection might possibly be, you know? And on top of that, like, she caught feelings now also. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even a matter of just him.
She in love.
She was done. She was done after the third. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 3 times a charm, you know?
Oh, damn.
Exactly.
That's real interesting because I honestly thought, for me, I thought it would have been the 10 different women. You know, I mean, I thought doing the 10 different women would have been worse.
You keep saying 10 women when it's all actually just 10 vaginas. Because men look at real talk. A man, listen, it's like I was in DR. I mean, the reward was high, the risk was low. Boom, I don't even know her name, and I don't care. She don't even know my real name.
What if she local? What if they 10 local chicks?
It wouldn't be 10 local.
It
wouldn't be 10
local. Okay, yeah, okay. I mean, I just thought that's true. It wouldn't be.
Unless he's stupid.
Yeah,
which I'm sorry, there are a lot of you that are. Right,
of course,
disrespectful to you, but on top of that,
disrespectful,
you know, the risk is so much higher if they're local. The risk is so much higher if they're
cheating has you can
make
cheat.
a good point. It wouldn't be 10 local.
You can cheat responsibly.
Yeah.
Say that way. There's a cheating responsibly, and it is a cheating irresponsibly.
I mean, that's basically
so look here, man.
Like athlete's wife, or like anybody that's got like super paid, yo. Like, that's what it is. When they sign up, they know what it is. Like, this man's gonna be out here.
You either LeBron James or you Tristan Thompson.
Yeah, but you gotta be clean with it. Like, that's all. You just gotta be clean.
Yeah, they messy with it.
Yeah. When you messy with it, it's like whatever.
Don't go Tristan Thompson where you just getting exposed. You gotta go LeBron. I know LeBron didn't mess with somebody. Got to. And his wife the bomb. But it's just too much coming. It's too much coming.
Too many opportunities.
All of it. But what he is doing is he know how to get it just swept away.
Right.
It never happened. So he's cheating responsibly. Cheating responsibly is Kevin Hart getting caught on camera like a thief. And again, like Tristan Thompson, you just out here blatant just.
Tristan ain't married though. He ain't married. That's different.
He's not.
Yeah,
but he be claiming it.
Relationship though.
Yeah, you in full-fledged relationship.
Relationship ain't married in the NBA though.
Well, look, married ain't married.
No, that's true. But I'm saying like legally, like so. My thing is this, so y'all. Let me ask y'all this question. So y'all wouldn't be more concerned about him bringing home diseases, sleeping with 10 different women, the opportunity.
Of course, herpes is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So,
not my peas.
They herpes.
I'm just saying, like, A lot of people have it. 1 out of 4 people got it.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy. Every time I see that, look at these windows. Look around these windows. Look around.
Yeah.
I'm talking about your screen. On your Zoom
screen.
On your Zoom screen right now.
Yeah. One of y'all. There's 5 of us. Somebody got it. But herpes is rampant.
I don't know. 1.25. That's crazy.
Oh man, but that's a hell of.
Yeah.
Nah,
the
go
real
ahead,
question is, you guys prefer? Because let me tell you right now, I had a conversation with a man who said, a married man that said, if my wife cheat, it's absolutely over because how dare she? And I was like, you weak. But women, you can cheat. You can have sex with another woman. When we look at our children, our home, everything that we've built, in the grand scheme of it, that one indiscretion does not blow everything away. However, I always call men weak for this because to a man, that is like the ultimate. You have sex with another man because y'all can't get past it. Yeah, y'all can't get past it at all. And I'm like, yo, I mean, you
right.
and I stayed with you. But men really like, yo, it's done. This man literally told me, I love my wife a lot. I love her to death, but if she does, it'll be a very easy decision for me to leave her.
Right.
I was like, what?
How
That's a good question.
A man told me that, and then he went ahead and tried to mac to me. I said, what if your wife was doing that? And he was just like, yo, I'd be done. We're divorced and all this. And I was
crazy.
Like, but you're at my front door.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I don't believe most of the guys say that. I don't believe that anyway, because I know a lot of girls and cheat on their guys.
Would you, Ollie? Would you? If your wife cheat on, would you? Is it just?
Well, we're gonna talk in hypotheticals. So I'll give you a hypothetical scenario.
Of course, it's
hypothetical. It's hypothetical for you, Corey. It's hypothetical for me.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Ollie. Go ahead.
I mean, it all depends on why she cheated. You know? I mean, I might be the asshole. Like, I mean, I might be out there doing something. Or I mean, I'm not, but you know, if it depends on like what happened, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, let me tell you why.
Maybe she been throwing it at me, and I was like, "Yo, I hate you," and I just stopped having sex with her for 3 years or some shit. I don't know. Not that would ever happen, but I'm just saying, like, it depends on, like, it could be a crazy reason. I don't know.
Let me tell you why men have a hard time with it. Let me tell you why men have a hard time with it. The reason why men have a hard time with it is because men fuck for sport. It's sport for us, but we know that when you fuck somebody, there's a whole different ball of wax involved because you ain't just fucking anybody. There's emotions involved, there's likeness involved, there's a connection involved. So it's too many layers to it. Now, if we knew you just fuck for sport, like you some stripper or something, just get some cash.
No, okay.
Be a little more
we're not gonna put down strippers because
we're not.
Very.
I'm not taking that strippers.
But it's a lot of dudes that's wife like OnlyFans joints and some of the joints are doing like they making that like you know what I'm saying. They're like yo, it's a bit don't make that money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the reason why it goes from pictures to them fuck like to that, but like in their head is.
In their head, it's like a transactional thing.
Yeah.
It's the same way women can. The same reason why y'all were willing to be more flexible with the 10 different women. Men think the same way if we know that woman is that way. So they could be with a stripper, but if she has sex with somebody in the champagne room, we willing to look. That's a part of the business. It was transactional sex. She ain't really feeling him. But when we know you fuck somebody for real, that's why it's so hard for a man to let go of that because we know it's a connection.
Fiend, tell us the truth, Fiend, because they shooting me some shit.
I'm not bullshitting, yo.
Fiend.
I mean, like
women barely cheat, and when they do.
They do a lot.
Okay, women are really good at lying when they cheat.
Yeah, they get that.
Women are guys are terrible, but women are really good at lying. Yeah,
but you gotta think, Corey, too. Like women fuck for sport too, man.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get at.
They do too. They just don't.
When they in a relationship.
I mean, like those double standards are going by the wayside, dog. Them double standards. Look.
Not every woman has her feelings in her vagina. Yeah. Not every woman. I'm not saying that the majority of us or whatever, but just like you guys do, there are some women that. I'm not even gonna lie. I went through a whole phase. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it happened.
Oh yeah, I ran through some. Oh, do you?
Right.
Let's keep it real. We all went through whole phases out here.
Yo,
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
But there ain't a person in this world ain't going through a whole phase.
Right, but
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what-
you
yeah,
guys
that's
are
what
saying that
everybody
it's all
American.
emotional. Like, I can't even remember some of the guys, like, until afterwards. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. Cool.
Well, I saw this thing today. I saw this lady talking today. She was like, she got 3
That
dudes.
sound like me in my 20s. Like, oh yeah, I remember that girl.
So there's another scenario. I saw this kind of piggyback off of this. This lady, she was I saw her on Instagram. She was like she got 3 dudes. One that makes love to one that blows her back out, and one that eats her ass. Like, it's okay for women to add that. And the comments was
that
like,
third dude. That's all he get. That's all he doing.
I'm like,
Kill yourself.
I'm reading through the
man.
comments.
No,
and
I'm not saying suicide, but you know what I'm saying. That third dude, you a punk. Go ahead, Phenom.
But like the comments were like, you know, half of them was down the middle. Like, even, I'm talking about from the women's perspective. The men was like, nah, I can't mess with it. But the women were like, shorty, you nasty. But other women were like, no, do whatever you want to do. What makes you happy.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those type of things, I mean, you know, women are more empowered sexually now, man. You can see, we just talked about the BET Awards and twerking and shit. That shit went on the Grammys before, none of that shit before.
True that.
Now that shit is in the mainstream. I mean, they got shows that talk about women doing whatever they want to do. Sex in the City. That's one thing we don't discuss. Like Carrie on Sex in the City, she had a couple boyfriends, yo. I need to talk about Samantha. Samantha, you know, she was for the streets.
Yeah.
She's my favorite.
Exactly.
But Carrie was
my favorite.
Samantha.
Oh, she was my favorite.
That was my shit.
Samantha was for Samantha.
Yeah, but Carrie had a couple boyfriends too.
But Carrie was looking for love. She was looking for validation and love.
She was always stuck on Big though.
Right.
She cheated on
circle
Big.
back to.
But she cheated on Aiden with Big.
She did. She
and he didn't do anything to her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Too cool.
Big was the one.
Yeah. So I mean, like those type of things. I mean, like it's always. I mean, like to me, when it comes to that topic, do whatever makes you. If y'all gonna work on it, it can't be habitual. You know, that's the thing about if you feel like you got to cheat every time, just go leave. Go do what you need to do. Don't need to be here with me.
I think it's good that and have that sexual freedom though. I think look, women have always had that. It's nothing that it just started happening. Women have always felt sexual. Well, okay, I'm not saying this right. Women have always felt sexual. It's nothing has changed except the difference now is that we're just getting more shows, more people out there actually showing how they feel about their
Women
sexuality.
can act on it. They actually,
you know, actually being out there in the public eye, showing like this is how I feel anyway.
Right.
But I've just always had to hold that back.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I mean, you know, women were held at this, especially Black women, like, you know, it was taboo to do all these things, you know? So, you know, but white women, they could do whatever they want. Girls go wild and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's fine. Nobody looks down at those chicks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly. But, you know, you work on the Grammys and then it's like, it's a big thing, you know?
Right.
So, I don't know.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. I mean, you got any comments? Janet Jack me? Well, yeah. I mean, I watched some Janet. I mean, look, you know, shout out to some older folks that I knew. I want to run across a porn tape when I was about 15, 16 years old in the closet. And it was, I don't even know half the people on there because that was the old porn when the music would play through the whole shit like a video.
Listen, I saw one. Let me tell you, I had to say this is the funniest one I've seen. I saw one, it was based off Star Trek. And every time the alien would get
oh man. Damn. I saw one called The Black Man and the Poker. Craziest shit, yo.
I don't even know what that is, bro.
The poker. Because it was a sex joint. His penis was the poke in the girl. She was a black chick.
Oh, it sounded like gay porn for a second.
No, it wasn't though. Yeah.
I was like, wait, Corey, do you want to tell us something? Who's doing the poking guy? Like,
hey, Corey, do you want to tell us something?
Nah, it was 2-on-1. So it was the black man and the poker going on this one chick. But yeah, oh shit. See, I done fucked up.
Ding, ding, ding. Aha, a spoon.
Aha. All right, so look, we So we're talking about porn. We're talking about all this stuff, which is really good.
I don't think that's what we started.
We weren't supposed to talk about porn, but
No,
we somehow got on that because it was the cheating thing. That's what it was, the cheating thing.
Yeah.
So another question that kind of came.
Porn cheating?
I don't think so.
I don't see why. I don't understand why some women have a problem with that.
I know it's crazy.
Be at home doing porn than
he not touching her. That's
right.
why.
If he's watching porn without doing anything with his wife and girl,
nah, that's still not cheating.
That's cheating. I think that's just more like he don't like her, and that's a whole different. That's a whole different conversation.
I can't even say that.
That's a whole different conversation because dudes can be with their
alone time, you know.
I mean, like
it can't be all the time.
There's more issues.
No, not all the time. I mean, but
you can't be paying bills and like we building a house, raising kids, and you just go beat off in the shower instead of fucking your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Can the shower? Yeah. Damn.
You
turn on the hot water and the shit all sticky. Come on now.
What happened?
Like, what is this? What is this? So my feet.
So my feet. Somebody didn't use lotion, damn Corel in the shower.
Got the shower pregnant.
I think that all depends on the scenario, though. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like if they are having sex, you know what I'm saying? Like at least kind of consistently or whatever, and he just so happens to be beaten off, and you catch him. Like I don't understand why that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if he rather. Then that's when it's a problem.
I mean,
that's when it's a problem. Like if he's never doing it with you, then yes, that's a problem. You know, but if you guys are doing it like 3 times a week, 4 times a week, or whatever your preference is, but you so happen to catch him watching porn this one time, who cares?
You know, that's a good question, Les, because there are some women that's cheating to them. I mean, which is crazy to me.
But I mean, at the same time, you're hearing from those guys. Well, she doesn't really want to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So he'd rather do himself than to go out there and cheat on you. I think that's pretty good. Like if you've lost the libido, why not? Let him do it.
Listen, I know this one woman, she refuses to give her husband head.
What?
I was like, she was like, she said, I told him before we got married, I don't have any interest in doing it. And I'm not gonna do it.
But if she told him straight up, that's on him though.
Yeah, that is on him.
That's a damn crime.
She's broken. Take her back.
Why would you do that?
Yeah. What the hell happened?
How selfish of you. I literally said she's selfish. I was like, you are extremely selfish. Like, why? She said she has no interest in doing it, so she won't. I said, but is your husband? I said, well, you going there and get He better not let me find out. I was like,
oh Lord.
I don't want to do it.
See, like Lex, there's women like that. That's why they got $500 rings, yo. So
those the ones.
Yeah.
Yo, I think that's so rude. Yo, I was like,
that's crazy. Oh, but you know, bad on him for even wanting to get married and thinking he can convert her. And bad on her for just damn. I just want to know what scarred her. Somebody scarred her.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Some damn mandingo ass nigga. Trying to choke her to death.
I see this.
This one dude that ruined her life. Tell her why you mad.
Why you go there, man? I mean, she could have had like a corn dog accident or some shit. Straight to the mandingo. Like she could have.
That's true. She could have choked.
How did you say a corn dog?
Choking on a popsicle.
She choked on a corn dog at the fair because them chokes be real long. Them fuckers be like 12 inches long at the fair. Oh man.
That's what they call it. Corey's like, give me that BBC corn dog.
Cut mine into pieces. I'm not doing this shit with y'all.
Take that shit like dice.
No.
Just break bananas like this.
That's what I thought they were. I mean, the ones I see to be real long. Maybe I just went to a different kind of fair.
Just say foot, yo. 12 inches sound kind of pornographic. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
A foot long.
Yeah, the foot long. You know what I'm saying? Corey's like,
Foot long corn. Okay. There
Corey
you
go
go.
to Subway, get that 12 inches. Everybody's like, oh, it's like, dude, the sandwich maker like, what the fuck? I want all 12 inches.
Don't cut my shit in half either.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And he hit Corey, but I got 12 inches to get me.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God, y'all got me crying, yo. That was good. Y'all got me. I was saying 12 inches. All right, foot long from now on. Oh shit. Oh Lord. All right. Whew, that was a good one.
Yes.
So, we're gonna go into the last part of this before we end this show. Oh man, I'm crying right now.
You didn't want to end it with porn.
Ain't no way to go up. Ain't no way to go but up.
I know, right?
Literally.
First show and last show. WCW is canceled. It's over.
So we all know. I don't know how I'm going to transition this, but look, there was a question that wound up coming up on the show that I was watching. I was like, you know what? This is actually not a bad question. So we're talking about sex. We're talking about all these things about men. But at the end of the day, we assume that most women do prefer a high quality man out of all this. So the question that came up is, can a woman meet a high quality man in the club? So Qola, I'll go with you first. Can a woman meet a high quality man in the club?
Yeah, I'm trying to do this Usher thing right now, but I will say no, there is no love in the club. Now, there's always an exception to the rule. There's always an exception, but just like the movie, I'm gonna say you're the rule, not the exception. Don't go into the club looking for love.
Okay. All right. What about you, Lex?
What is that? What are you talking about? High quality as in what?
Like a man that you see yourself like, that's my man. That's the one I want to get with. That's the man that I want to have get married to, show my family, my folks, have kids with, that a high quality man.
Anyone, anywhere.
Say that again, you kind of broke up.
Yeah, I said you can meet anyone, anywhere. Like I go to the club, and that doesn't make me a low quality woman. So if I'm a high quality woman, boom. So if I'm a high quality woman and I just happen to go to the club, what makes you think I can't find a high quality man there? I may meet a guy there. So I think you can meet anyone, anywhere. Church, the grocery store. I mean, anywhere.
What would you say what about in your 20s? Would you thought you could have met a high quality man in your 20s?
I was dumb in my 20s, so no, I wasn't even giving off the energy. I was 20. I was 20 in my 20s. I was in my 20s. So my priorities, the type of woman or woman to be that I was, like, I was still trying to figure out life. So I wasn't even giving off that energy to even attract. And I believe you are what you attract. I wasn't giving off that energy. I was attracting exactly what I was supposed to get at 20. Stupid 20-year-olds like me. Yeah, I was giving off exactly what I was giving.
Because real talk, we're older now, so we can look back and reflect on those ages. But I'm not going to lie. I felt, and I could be totally wrong, but I felt that when I was in my 20s and I was going to a club, that there was a lot of women that were going to the club thinking they was going to find their man in the club. And from a guy's perspective, we was all there to just find the next chick to smash. I mean, that's what we go to the club for, in the 20s.
For their man. Women were doing that. What makes you think they were?
That's just I'm just generally speaking of what I thought. But I'm asking y'all, what were y'all planning on thinking in y'all 20s? If y'all never thought that in y'all 20s, then that's cool.
I'm trying to think if I ever dated somebody in my previous life that I met in the club. I don't think I ever dated anybody that I met in the club. Like dated. No.
Yeah. I don't think I have either. And if I did, it was only 2 dates to get to
that's not really
the third
dating.
date.
That's not dating, Corey. That's
I know, but that's what I said.
I did though. I met dudes. I met 3 different, and I dealt with them for a long time.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Boyfriends, but we dealt with each other for matter of fact, I could call all 3 of them right now and be like, "What up?" and like go out and have a drink and hang out with them, and it's cool. We weren't. We were both into the same thing.
Okay.
I was laughing. Yeah,
Their girlfriend, and they wasn't like, "Yeah, I want to be."
Right.
You know, it wasn't
Right.
that, but mutual respect. I literally can call them. I still have their number. I can call them right now and be like, "Yo, what's up? How you doing? You married? I hope everything's well with you and your kids, your wife." I mean, and be just as cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, as she said, I met a lot of Mr. Right Nows. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of Mr. Right Nows, not Mr. You know, like, oh, we're gonna get married and this and this. Like that's not where I was looking for him. But I do know a lot of females who did that. Like, girl, I'm gonna find me a man, and he's gonna have a nice car, and he's gonna do this, and he's gonna do that. And I'm like, in the club, like, how are you gonna know that over, like, you know, Beyonce playing in the background? Like, how are you gonna know what MGK playing? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's for real.
I mean, my club gear is horrible too. That's why I don't know why I was just thinking that. She was like, "How you don't know that?" She was like, "Look at his Durangos."
Right,
I had a couple pairs.
That was the only one he got in his closet, and he wore it just for the club to impress you. That was it.
Coogee sweater.
Yeah, that's what I said. I threw like a sweater.
Hot as hell.
So I'm like,
wearing that cool water cologne.
Yeah,
cool water cologne. Oh yeah, yes.
I made one of the Coogee sweater, but I had a couple of nights. We used to get all them shits from Dre. I had a bunch of Azure sweaters.
Hey,
and
who
shit.
had the blue? Who had the blue Azure sweater? Yo, that was somebody one. With the blue sweater with the blue and white.
That shit was like a 3X for my. That's why I'm skinny. Like I'm fat now. That shit just. I look like motherfucker. I was wearing like a Grimace costume or some shit. I'm in the club like, yeah.
No stuffing.
You were killing them.
Yeah, I was, yo.
Killing them.
Cloud.
Oh man.
Oh man. Well, that's
some hard.
Had some good club days too.
Damn. I've never been a real club person. Like to me, I've never been like. It's never been my style, yo.
Immature and shit, man. When were you immature? You've been mature the whole time, yo.
Like when were you young, Moses?
Yeah,
like,
when were you?
No, I mean like, trust me, like I got married at 23.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have got married at 23. Should have got married at 43. So I had a lot of growing pains myself, but like I got my kids out the way early too. Now I got my last kid about to be 18. I ain't got to check in with nobody. Y'all still got to check in with y'all. So, I mean, it's a good trade-off, yo. I'm having more fun in my 40s. Right. Except Qola, yo. I'm having more fun in my 40s than I did in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, like, one thing you said, Lex, you did, Qola, too. Like, you talked about how men put on, like, they one good outfit to go to the club and all that stuff. So let me ask you this question. Now, I know, would you take your funds to upgrade a man? If you were making more money than him and he wasn't, like, would you kind of help him get his life together, or would you want a man already have his life together?
We say
That's
upgrade.
A good question.
That's what you mean, like upgrade, just like
he might not have the best clothes, or he's working on he's a trash man, but he treats good as shit. Yeah. Like his style might not be the greatest, but he a hard-working man. He takes care.
That's a good question.
Like, no. Would you? For lack of a better term, stoop down to bring him up to you? Because there's women, there's a lot of women that want men to scoop down and bring them up to them.
But that's a man's job. But anyway, let me say this. Qola is gonna answer this much more mature. Okay, I'm shallow as shit. Okay, I've been shallow for the majority of my adult life. Okay, I will go out with you and you look good one day. The second day I see you, if your shoes ain't right, I'm totally turned off. So that's how I used to be.
No, don't. At our age, no man should have dirty shoes. Just have at least one good.
No. I'm not saying dirty. I'm not saying dirty. They can be the wrong one. Like, let me tell you, I went on some dates.
It do have some
and
shacks.
The dude looked good when I met him, and then when he showed up, I was like,
"Oh, you breaking out?
Yo, your mic breaking up."
Oh, I'm sorry. And then once he whacked forever.
Oh yeah.
And see, she's looking for me to be mature, and I'm shallow as a kiddie pool. Like,
Qola said her shit said no diving. Don't dive.
I don't even know if you could put a pinky toe in there comfortably. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, like, I'm not the flashiest person out there or whatever. I don't like dress to the nines, but you have to be put together for me. Like, you have to. I have to be attracted to you in some way, shape, or form. Like, you don't have to have like name brand everything, but you have to be, put together.
Right.
Okay. And but like stooping down, I can't stoop. Like, it's hard for me. I have a bad back. I'm a veteran. My knee's bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me to stoop down and try to bring you up, that's hard for me. But if we're both on this level, then we can work on raising up together. If we're both on this level, we can raise up together. But
what happens if he has potential though? I mean, like, there's some women that
everybody has potential. Hey,
I gotta tell Lex something though. Lex is like, yo, that's like stooping down, help a woman out. That's a man's job. That shit wasn't on my application. I looked at that shit. I was like, let me see my past work experience and all that shit. That's like. That shit on the application. Will you stoop down and save this woman?
Because listen, men, like, but men do that all the time.
Stoop down.
Yeah, y'all have y'all shit together. I'm not saying stoop down, but y'all are.
You gotta fix that mic.
Your audio went out.
It's probably that one. There you go.
Yeah,
you better now.
Y'all build y'all a builder. Like, men are y'all are put it together. Like, she ain't gotta have it all together. Y'all are fix it.
But what about
we're generally
so that settles that men are good people, women are evil.
That's the general consensus right here.
No, lazy.
No, but see, what I was gonna say.
The only time a man can be shallow is when he putting it in the bedroom. That's my theory. What if he putting it down? Will you then give him some nice shoes?
Oh, don't bring him around us. Don't be like, this is my boyfriend Trey. He got on some felines, yo.
If he out on the Grand Hills, he good. But listen, what I'm saying is, if I'm not attracted to him before that, it don't matter. He ain't getting in the bed.
But what if you are attracted to him and he got a busted ass outfit, but he had a good one, but he got a busted one. So he's like, I can't fuck with him. But dude's putting it down the bed. Come on, yo. You got to give him a point or two for putting it down the bed, though.
Man, listen. I dated this dude. He had on a hat when I met him. Yo, he had on
just a hat.
His outfit was together. Check this out. His outfit was together.
Okay.
Took the hat off.
Oh,
I
damn
could
it!
not stop staring, yo. I was like,
wait, what happened when you took your hat off?
His hair was smushed in the back. It was like flat in the back, yo. So the whole movie, I was like,
oh man.
I could not get over it. His face, he would look good because I'm shallow. Every dude I've dated is good. I mean, they all look good by standards, But I'm sitting there like, the whole time I was like.
So that's why he's wearing the hat.
Yeah.
Yo, I got hatfish, yo. It was the worst.
Hatfished.
I got hatfish, yo. And then after that, it was done.
You should have gave him the Mr. Marcus treatment. Be like, you gotta wear this hat all the time.
It's BLF.
That'd be the upgrade. Just keep buying them hats.
Yeah.
Like new when it first came out, there's a hat for every day. Like, you
That's
cannot
true.
take this hat off, not even in the bedroom. Like, keep the hat on.
Yo, after that, I couldn't stop looking at it. I was like, it was the most. I don't even know what movie it was, yo. It was somewhere ahead because I could not stop looking at the bed, yo. It was horrific, yo. I know, Fiend, I felt bad, yo, because he might have been a good guy. But guess what? I never got to know him beyond that.
Oh damn, yeah.
I know, man. Isn't that horrible?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I mean, dudes is that way too. Dudes is like very superficial.
Like if you got jacked up feet, you know,
But
like Eddie
I'm
Murphy.
saying, no, go ahead,
But-
Cole.
You know, just to go off of what Phenom was just saying, like I was talking to this guy, met him in a club, you know, so he was Mr. Right Now, but we were having like a conversation because he was younger, he was a young kid, and he was like, yeah, all the women that he's dealt with were like supermodel type chicks, you know, so they always want him to pay for their hair and their nails and stuff like that, you know, but he's like, I don't want to give her any money. I said, but you want her to look a certain way. You want her to look that way. She's asking you to finance that because that's how she looks that way. Somebody is financing it, whether you're sponsoring it or somebody else, it's going to get done, you know? So like, yeah, well, of course I had to stop dealing with them because I'm not doing all that shit.
Yeah, for real.
I'm not a supermodel by any standards, and I know this, and I'm not trying to spend the money in order to do it. And if you're not going to sponsor it, it's not going to happen.
All right, so from what I heard from y'all, what Lex said, I didn't get your response, Cola, but I'm pretty sure. But so women can't sponsor men.
Yeah, they're called sugar mamas.
Sugar mama. No, I'm saying like in the same vein, like if your man, like, you know, he's a good dude, but you may want to change his style to get him to what you want.
It depends on.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on our relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like if we've been together for a minute or whatever, and there's certain things that I want, you know, like I want you to come in like a nice outfit or whatever, like a certain type of outfit or whatever. Like, I think this looks good on you. You should wear this all the time. I'll buy that, you know, because we're in this relationship. You're doing things for me also. You know what I'm saying? So it's transactional both ways. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
But just picking some dude off of the street, like,
no, I'm not saying like that. I mean, because, you know, there's a lot of, I mean, we live in a world of double standards. Like we've already talked about them tonight. Like, you know, but my thing is like, do you ever think, and I'm just throwing this out here, like men get tired of lifting women up financially or whatever, like bringing them to their level when women aren't doing the same for them.
And men set the standard. It's, again.
Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you now.
Men are the ones who set the standard. Women didn't come up with the double standard. Men set the standard. Men said this is how things are gonna go, and the women either got with the program or did not. So now that the things are evolving and changing, and women are getting more rights and this, that, and other. Now men are getting in touch with their feminine energy, and now they go, well, she can do it. Do that for me. And you got an old school woman like me who's like, nah, nigga, you the man. And then you have some new women like, absolutely, I get what you're saying. And you have some new men that want to be held. You know? Dude, what you mean? I ain't holding you the man. Like, so I'm sure there's some men who get tired of it, but I'm like, but you the man.
And see, that's the thing too. Like traditionally, the man leads, right? The man leads in the household. So, you know, why can't we have that? You know what I'm saying? Like now it kind of seems like it's getting to the point, just like she said, that men are like, no, I want you to lead. But as soon as you do lead, like, oh, you're too independent for me. Like you, you know, like, you know, it's too much. Like you have all this and I don't have that or whatever. So you'll leave me for somebody who has less. But you were just screaming in the beginning that you wanted an independent woman. You got one right here. But as soon as she shows you the independence, it's like, oh, well, you're trying to be the man in a relationship. Well, bitch, step up. You know? Like,
yeah, that's real talk. I mean, it's so funny that you were saying that, because that was some of the conversation that we had the last week about how some men just have a difficulty dealing with a woman that ascends to a certain position, whether in the relationship or out in the world. They just can't deal with it because they're not strong enough being a man to be able to take that, you know, like. But you're saying what they'll do is they'll just go back and find another woman that they could, quote unquote, you know, feel that, okay, she's lesser than me now because she's working somewhere that I don't really care about.
Right.
This is this. I think that, and I had just had this conversation with Tony. Me and him had a great conversation yesterday about men never getting to take a day off. Like y'all never get to, if you live in a traditional household, you know, and you work and you go out and you work all the time, you're protecting them, you're providing, you never get to go always be on. And when, you know, just in a conversation with him, it made sense that women are not looking at it. A traditional woman isn't looking at it to neglect you. You because that's how you have it set up. That's how it's set up. But you guys do deserve.
I think you're saying that you deserve a day off.
Yeah. I hope that's what you're saying.
I hope that's what you were saying. Okay.
I think that's what she was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like I've grown up in I didn't grow up in a traditional house. Like my mom is a single parent or whatever. And, you know, most of the women in my circle are single parents. So in my eyes, I don't see the father doing that as much as I do the mother. So I can't really like speak on that or whatever because from what I've seen, even in some of the households that I've seen where there are two parents, you know, mom is working 40 plus hours, then she rushes home to cook and then she's rushing home to clean and then she's taking care of the kids and dad went out with the boys. You know what I'm saying? Dad went to Vegas and mom has to make arrangements whenever she wants to leave out of the house for 2 minutes to go to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I guess it's all in perspective and in the household.
Yeah, I feel the same way too. I think it really is based off perspective. It really depends on which household you grew up in or who you're married to, because I've seen it on both ways. I've seen families that have that egalitarian type situation where it's 50-50 down the line. Guys cooking, doing the laundry just as much as she is cooking and doing the laundry. And then you have some that is like, it's like this authoritative type relationship where he's works and come home, expects her to cook, clean, have sex, fuck, suck his dick. Take care of the kids, get them to bed, get them up in the morning, then cook breakfast and lunch for him the next day, and iron his drawers.
Still go to work. And
still go to work. So
40 plus hours.
I don't want to say that men need time off. I think both people need time off because everybody has their own duties that they're doing. Yeah, the husband needs his time off. He got to hang with his boys too. But I think, you know, the wife need her time too, you know, because they're doing it just as much.
But I think in a traditional setting, women often, they get their time more so than a man. Like
I would disagree with you on that.
She can have that moment to complain, to let go. And I think the man has to always be in a traditional setting. He has to always be on. She goes to complain and to dump. But again, I don't see men going, you know, I just want to be.
But see, that's a conversation though, because like in my house, like I get tired of myself. Like I wash, I cook, I clean. Like if I get home first, I cook. If she get home first, or if she's working, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna pick up something. Like I take the lead on a lot of stuff like that. That's because I want to. You know what I'm saying? And I find my time to decompress. I mean, shit, I just came back from LA. She ain't go. She paid for my damn ticket to go. So, because she know I do what I'm supposed to do at the crib, you know, and the thing about it is when I look at it 50-50, I wouldn't have it any other way. That's how I am. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, 50-50, not in all cases.
50-50.
Like I look at our households 50-50. The only thing is not 50-50 if somebody trying to come to my house or do something to my family.
So you really think it's 50-50?
Yeah, it's 50-50.
So there's nothing, you don't think one of y'all give more and the other one receives more?
No, everything balances out.
It may balance out, but is it really 50-50?
Yeah, we make sure. Like, so I'll give you an example. Like, my wife makes more money than me, but I have more education, but she makes more money because the line of work she does.
Right.
Like, I work for nonprofit. She works for the federal government. So she brings in more money, but that doesn't mean she don't cook, she don't clean, she don't do none of that shit. She do that shit too. It's just how the cards lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, she fell into a great position. I fell into my position and I'm happy with my job. She's happy with her job. But when it comes to cutting the grass, like making sure she's straight, making sure my family's straight, is putting gas in the car, all that stuff, it falls on me. There's certain duties, but she also makes sure like I get my time to relax. She don't bother me when I watch football, basketball, whatever. Everything balances out. It's all about having harmony in your crib. And that's what traditional is. To me, there's no more. That traditional shit is going out the window. I mean, there's some people still holding on to it. But do you really want a traditional? When like you don't want, I mean, you really, really want it to be kind of 50-50 because it's better that way. Because you take that pressure off, it gives your man that time to decompress too. I can come home and talk to my wife. I can say, look, I had a bad day, this is what happened. And we can talk it out and boom. When we leave the house, we know how to tackle it.
Yeah.
It's just to me, it's just
I don't believe anything's 50-50 because I don't think you can really measure. It can't be measured. Like I don't think when people say, I don't think relationships can be measured. Like I don't think you can assess. I just think you and your wife just have a great partnership. And
but that's what it's all about. Right. I mean, you gotta have a partnership.
Yeah, but I don't think it is you can actually put an numerical, people be like this 50-50. I'm like, what is that?
I think when they say that, it's more just saying that it's balanced.
It's general terms. Everything
balances. Balance. Yeah, see, now I'm with it. When you say we just have a balance, our marriage is balanced in that way, I get it. But somebody is going to have more.
You said somebody 60.
And that's
40.
just they are. Because you as a man, you do have a little bit more because like you just said, if the killer came in the house, you got it. You know what I mean? So you still gonna take that position.
Yeah, I'm the shield. Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say,
well,
I don't think it can be measured like that.
I see what you're saying, Lex. But the reason why I think Phenom is saying balance, because I look at it as a balance situation too. The reason why we're saying balance is because there are certain things that men just do. Right. But there are certain things that women just do, but there is that gray area middle where there's that shared responsibilities of balance where it's not this line that's just drawn down the middle and saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and you're doing that. And, because I don't honestly believe in this day and time, the traditional style relationship, not to say it doesn't work, but I think a much more balanced relationship works in this day and age, because even with me and my wife, it's a balanced relationship. Like there are certain things she do and there's certain things I do, and there's certain things she do and certain things I do, but it balances each other. But it's not that I'm doing way more than her. It's just that she has things she do and I have. It's like yin and yang. We're like
traditional was the same way though. Traditional is exactly the same way.
But in the traditional way, you can't say in the traditional way that men did more. In the traditional way, women did a lot.
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying when I say traditional, I'm saying the roles are clearly defined.
Right.
And everybody still have the things that you handle. Mm-hmm. It's just that traditional, usually one person is the money maker. The other person takes care of the home. So that's still balanced. It's still a partnership. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So but you gotta look at it this way too, Lex. Women got tired of do shit for a long time. I mean, that's why you hear people talk about independent women, because sometimes like dudes is horrible. They're dirtbags.
I totally get it. Yeah.
But at the same time, like I don't want my wife. I don't want to be the only breadwinner, and I don't want her to be the only breadwinner where I have to get an allowance from her, or I can't have my own stuff. And those are the type of things. So I ask you this question: man comes in, he makes more money.
Well, before you ask that question,
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm about to have to go, Corey. I'm gonna make you the host. I'm about to leave.
I was going to say we're going to have to wrap it up real quick because we're going over time. But this is a really good topic to definitely continue next week. Whether we continue on this next week or not, but I just want to say, like, this was a hell of a show. I mean, really, the first time we're coming out.
To the ladies, they'll come back.
Yeah, man, this is a hell of a show. We're going to definitely have more questions like this because this is topics that a lot of people think, and especially from people of color like ourselves. We like to get each other's points of view, and it was tremendous getting your point of view, Lex, and absolutely tremendous getting your point of view, Qola. So I'm going to go around the horn. Lex, please tell us where we can find you.
You can find me on IG, Lexi2Real. That's LEXI, the number 2 real. And that's it. I'll be around.
All right, Qola. Where can they find you?
IG Coca-Cola QOKA_QOLA. I think that's how you spell it. But always bringing that big auntie energy.
That's right.
Tell your single friends.
And as always, man, I'm Corey Roy on This Is It Media. Pass to my man Ollie and my man Phenom. Ollie, what you got to say, brother?
Ollie, we'll be back on Monday.
All right, Phenom.
Likewise, Phenom 202. Back on
All right.
Monday.
All right, that's it. Everybody, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We will be here every day, live Monday and Wednesdays. We'll see you then. Peace out.
Yes.
10-12.
Yeah, that was a hell of a show, guys.
A great show.
You're
As
very
per
welcome.
usual.
Me
I'm
and
sorry,
Qola,
I gotta end
We
this.
we
I got
carried
some,
you guys.
Yeah, y'all did.
You did.
our back is tired. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You definitely did. You definitely
And I
did.
loved it when Phenom woke up at the end.
Yeah.
Like,